Hilliard was one for 4 with a double last night.
All right, here we go. Once again, technology not the bestest of friends to us, but let's hope this is just the only one that goes on. There's already one gone as we're sorting out our technical difficulties as the pitch is outside. It's Genesis Hilliard at the plate. So Mariners. It's the Mariners versus the Hamilton Joes here this evening. The next pitch swung on and missed, and he got Hilliard to strike out. So 2 gone now here in the inning. Of course, we're joining this one a little late, not late, but there are 2 gone now here in the bottom half of the first inning. On the mound, it's Garrett Sendelbach for the Mariners. That pitch is outside, 1-0. The batter at the plate, it's Ryan Tolliver. He's going to get the catching duties here tonight for the Hamilton Joes. Mason Deanna is going to get the day off. The next pitch fouled straight back, 1-1. One ball, one strike on Ryan Tolliver. Next pitch, in there for a strike, 1-2. So 2 quick outs for Garrett Sendelbach, and he's on top of the count versus Ryan Tolliver. Next pitch, swung on and missed. He got him in chase. Throw down to first base in time. 1, 2, 3 go the Joes here in the top half of the first inning. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. No score here at Montgomery Field. So we're back here at Montgomery Field in Salina, Ohio. Mariners Joes back at it again as the Mariners took yesterday's game by a score of 8-3. They're playing once again here tonight. Of course, this one not delayed by any rain, delayed by a little bit of technical difficulties, but the game wasn't. It was just our end of things. Got it figured out. Hopefully it's a smooth sailing from here on out. And it looks like we're set to get the bottom half of the first inning ready to rock and roll. Let's get you that starting lineup for the Grand Lake Mariners. Stephen Fitzsimmons is going to lead things off here for the Mariners. He's playing center field. Patrick Reif playing left field. He's batting second. Nate Osmo batting third. He's playing short. Tucker Linder going to hit cleanup. He hit a big home run last night. He's playing right field. Malave Bettinger is going to play third. He's going to bat in the 5-hole. Joe Isles, the new addition for the Mariners here today. He was rehabbing back at Illinois State. He's finally joined the ball club. He's going to be playing third base for the Mariners. Cole Womack, DHing. He's going to be batting seventh. Justin Mercer, he's going to get the back catching duties, giving Brian Chilton a day off. He's batting eighth, and Blake Buckman going to round the order off at second base and batting ninth. Spencer Mraz going to get the start for the Hamilton Joes. He's from Miami University. He is also from Berea Mid-Park High School. As Fitzsimmons steps to the box. Mariners rocking a New Jersey Day. It's shirt sponsor night. As many of the players all the players getting new jerseys. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. So it's white, and the jersey has blue on the sleeves, but it's kind of fading up towards their shoulder. So darker blue near their elbows, fading up towards the shoulder. Fitzsimmons lines this one into center field. Mason Deanna roaming to his right, and he can't corral that one, so that's going to be a base hit for Stephen Fitzsimmons. Tough play right there for the second baseman. So
Number 2 hitter and left fielder for Grand Lake, native of Dayton, Ohio.
Patrick Reif now at bat. He's playing left field.
Carolina Upstate.
He plays at the University of Carolina Upstate. He's playing left field. So Fitzsimmons on at first. No one gone. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Very windy here as it's flowing in off from Grand Lake. Not too far from it. Mraz comes set the pitch. That one's lined out short, past the diving shortstop into left field. Back-to-back base hits to start the ball game for the Grand Lake Mariners. It's first and second with
nobody out.
Nobody on.
Up the Mariner shortstop, a native of Portland, Oregon, plays in the spring for the Big Green of Dartmouth College. Number 18, Nate Osmo.
So Nate Osmo now to the plate. As Mariners have started this game pretty well with back-to-back base hit. Nate Osmo at the plate from Dartmouth University. He's going to be batting third and playing short. The first pitch he sees is a ball, 1-0. Very windy here, as you can tell. Osmo batting from the right. Fitzsimmons takes his lead off second. The pitch. Allen's low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, no one gone. Bottom half of the first inning, no score. Mariners have started the game with back-to-back base hits. Mraz comes set. A pitch. That one swung on, fouled, straight back, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, that one's fouled off. 2-2. Trying to make it so that wind really isn't bothering very much. Nate Osmo at the plate. He went 2 for 5 last night, had a double and single. To lead things off for the Mariners. The next pitch. That one swung on, lined into right field for a base hit. Fitzsimmons rounding third, but he's going to be held up. And now the bases are loaded. 3 straight base hits to begin the ball game, and Mariners have them loaded. As John Tolliver now goes to talk to his pitcher. Tucker Linder will be the batter when we resume play, playing right field. He hit one deep to left center field back in the 7th inning, and that really increased the lead for the Mariners. It got them going in that bottom half of the 7th inning. They would score 3 runs that inning. They were up 5-3, so it was still a close ball game at the time. And Linder just increased the lead to 3 after he belted one. All fixed. That pitch is down low, 1-0. So bases are loaded. Bottom of the first, 3 hits already for the Mariners. Tucker Linder at the plate. Mraz going from the windup. That ball is upstairs, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes for the Marshall University baseball player. We'll fix the video feed. And next half inning, that ball's in the dirt. 3-0. Don't want to mess it up too bad right now. At least right now you can kind of see a little bit of what's going on. Don't want to see if anything's going. And that looks like that Tolliver looks like he's hurt as that ball hit him. So he's in a little bit of pain. Looks like they're going to bring out the trainer. I didn't really see what happened there, but he's stretching out that right leg. You really hope that everything is all right for him. So I guess now would be a good time to fix the video feed since we do have a pause in action. There we go. All right, all set there for the video feed.
Last night, the Jazz managed to stay up in striking distance for most of the game, keeping up with a 5-3 lead for Mariners. However, they encountered trouble in the 7th inning after a solo home run by Nate Austin on that first one. The Mariners put up 2 more runs, eventually taking a 8-3.
Mariners have the bases loaded here in the bottom half of the first. They have started the game with 3 base hits. One to center field from Fitzsimmons that went off the glove of Mason Deanna. Another one to left field. It was a line drive from Patrick Reif. And then just recently, Osmo drilled one to right field. It was hard hit, so Fitzsimmons couldn't score from second. So that's where we stand right now. Trainer still checking out Tolliver, seeing what's wrong with him. And he looks like he's in some pain. He's trying to lift his leg. I don't know if it was because he was squatting or that ball hit him, but hopefully you really hope that everything's all right. It's not something you want to see here in college ball or collegiate summer league ball. Really, you don't want any of your players getting hurt. You really just want them to continue to get better and get some experience. So right now, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back as soon as play resumes. Let's hope that Tolliver's all right. It may be just a cramp, but we'll be right back. So we're back here, bottom of the first inning. We do have a new catcher in the game for Tolliver. He's going to come out of the ball game, and we're going to have a new second baseman as Mason Deanna goes behind the plate. At second base, it looks like number 5.
Tucker Linder.
I saw the switch.
That pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1 count. So 3-1 count on Tucker Linder. It was a 3-0 count before Tolliver got hurt. Mraz now lines, delivers. That pitch is swung on, and that one's popped out of play. 3-2. Next pitch, that one swung on, fouled off. And he got him looking. Tucker Linder goes down on strikes. Malave Bettinger to the plate.
1 out. Bases remain loaded.
So that pause seemed to help Spencer Mraz really calm down a little bit. Now there's one gone here in the inning.
Toledo. Number 21, Malave
Malave Bettinger now to the plate.
Stepping in from the left side here. He's got the
Mariner went
here in the bottom of the first.
1 for 2 last night with 3 walks and 2 runs scored. Mraz Wines delivers. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Bettinger playing first base for the Mariners.
Folks are here in Salina, Ohio. Actually, shoot.
Base is still loaded. The pitch, that one's fouled off to the left-hand side. Heading for some cars. Just missed. 0-2.
0-2 after 2 quick fouls.
Those back and forth game last night for the first couple of innings. The Joes would take the lead, Mariners would take the lead right back. Then the Joes would come back, take the lead, and Mariners would take the lead right back, and that's what it stayed at. Bettinger grounds this to first. The throw home is in time. Return throw to first. Not going to be anyone at first base. And so the base is going to be still loaded. It's a fielder's choice for Malave Bettinger. Everybody else moves up as a base.
Base is loaded. Brings up the third baseman.
Now there's 2 gone.
Champaign, Illinois. Plays in the spring for the Redbirds.
So Joe Isles, the new Mariner, getting his first crack at it right now. He was rehabbing, and that's why he comes in so late. But he's here now. Let's see if he can deliver a big 2-out hit for the Mariners. That one's fouled straight back. Whoa, that was coming right towards the press box. Right above us. Luckily, we do have a fence that's blocking us, so we'll be fine, people. Don't worry about us too much. 0-1 on Isles. He's playing third for the Mariners here tonight. The next pitch. That one swung on. Little tapper to second. Torino, the new second baseman, comes on. Throws to first. It's not going to be in time. Isles hustles it out down the first baseline, so he's going to be safe with an RBI base hit. And Rife's going to come in to score. Mariners going to play from in front.
2 outs. Base is loaded. Run home. 1-0 Grand Lake. Brings up the designated hitter from Paducah, Kentucky, and Murray State University. Number 12, Cole Womack.
So it's 1-0 Mariners on top. They're on top 1-0. It's going to bring the plate Cole Womack. That first pitch, strike. The next pitch is up the middle, and he's going to tag second. Close play over there, actually, at second, but Iowa's the force out. That ends the inning. We head to the top half of the second inning. Mariners on top 1-0 against the Hamilton Joes. So we're back here in Salina, Ohio, between a game for the Grand Lake Mariners and Hamilton Joes. Mariners won the game 8-3 yesterday. Hamilton Joes is going to have to play from behind tonight as they're down 1-0 off a beautifully legged out single from Joe Isles, the new Mariner. So Joe Isles comes in, doesn't probably know many of the faces here, but still hustles to first base and gets the Mariners their first run of the game. That was just nice job from Joe Isles, and now the Mariners are playing from in front.
CJ Bush.
What was the counts for
Benninger was 0-2. Isle, I had was 0-1. That pitch is ripped down third. Isles comes up with it, and he got him. Nice throw from Joe Isles. So Joe Isles proving himself here to fellow Mariners that he belongs on this field.
One down, brings up the first. Number 15, Ryan Crockett.
That first pitch is a strike, or actually it's a ball, 1-0. So one gone here, top half of the second inning. At the plate, it's Ryan Crockett. That pitch is inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strike. Top half second inning, Mariners on top, 1-0. Here it's Endelbach on the mound for the Mariners. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. Endelbach lines, delivers. That pitch fouled off, 2-1. Oh, it's 2-2 actually. Pardon me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Endelbach. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded towards short for Osmo. Osmo comes up with it. Throw on first in time. 6-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down so far in the top half of the second inning. That's going to bring to the plate Mason Deanna. He started at second base. But came in to play catcher for Tolliver after he got hurt in the bottom half of the first inning. So 2 gone. Endelbach comes, set, lines, now delivers. That pitch is up high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Mariners on top, 1-0. The next pitch, that one's outside, 2-0. The line, the pitch. Outside, and that one didn't miss by much. It's 3-0. There's the next pitch. That one's in there for a strike, 3-1. Deanna really didn't take the bat off his shoulder. He made Sendelbach throw him one. Here's the line, the pitch. That one swung on and missed. He fooled him with the changeup, it looks like. It's a full count now on Mason Deanna. So 3-2, 2 gone. Top half of the second inning. Sendelbach on the mound. He fell behind Deanna, 3-0. Now he's battled back to a 3-2 count, looking to get him out. The next pitch, swung on, fouled towards the Joe's dugout. Everybody got to be heads up there. Now remains 3-2. So we'll do it again with the full count. Sendelbach looks on to Mercer. Gets the pitch. The payoff pitch. And the dirt, he walked him. So first base runner of the game for the Joes coming here in the top half of the second inning. Deanna reaches on a walk.
2 outs, runner at first. The third baseman send now for the Joes from Toronto, Ontario, and the University of Cincinnati.
As the next batter is Luke Torino. So runner on first now with 2 gone. Mariners on top, 1-0. Sendelbach comes set. Coming from the stretch for the first time tonight, the pitch. That one's down, 1-0. Sendelbach comes set once again. The 1-0 pitch. Oh, we froze Deanna for a second, but still back in safely. Really didn't have a big lead at first base. But it wasn't really a hard throw from Sendelbach. He wasn't really trying to pick him off. He was just trying to make sure he wasn't going anywhere. The 1-0 pitch in the air for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Luke Torino, the third baseman for the Joes. A throw over and safely. Throw is low. Benninger just gets his big body in front of it to stop it from getting anywhere. We're underway here in Saline, Ohio. Game time temperature right now, 77 degrees. Going to be cooling off a little bit. Another throw over. Still nothing happening. Deanna, he's not especially fast, but he can get around the bases pretty well. Sandoval comes set. A 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 gone. Torino and Deanna get their signs from the third base coach. Sandoval comes set. A 2-1 pitch. Curveball in there for a strike, 2-2. Very nice pitch from Garrett Sendelbach. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Deuce is on the board. Deuce is wild, actually. Deanna takes his lead off first. Sendelbach looks at him, now looks home, now looks back at Deanna, now looks home. The pitch. In the dirt. Full count. So Deanna will be off on the pitch. Got to make sure, though, that Sendelbach does go home with the lefty on the mound. You really got to make sure he delivers home and not over to first base. I wouldn't be surprised if Sendelbach actually threw one over to first base.
All right, folks, welcome here to Saline, Ohio. We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties here on the radio side.
The pitch.
Your Joes are trailing.
Got him looking. Curveball got Torino looking. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. The Mariners on top, 1-0. Back here, bottom half of the second inning, Mariners on top 1-0. They got a score in the bottom half of the first. They loaded the bases up with 3 straight base hits to lead off the game. And then a strikeout from Linder and a fielder's choice from Benninger as the throw is home. And then Isles came to the plate and delivered a single. He really legged it out for a base hit, got the RBI. So he already has 1 RBI. This is his first game. First action with the Mariners. That pitch is fouled off to the right-hand side. 0-1 on Justin Mercer. So an 0-1 count on Justin Mercer. He's getting the catching nod here today. Brian Chilton getting the day off. Save those knees, young fella. Spencer Mraz on the mound for the Hamilton Joes. The line, the pitch. That pitch is in the dirt. 1-1. Mariners defeated the Joes last night by a score of 8-3. Doc Wilkerson started the game for the Mariners, went just about 2 2/3 innings before Tyler Magley came on and finished the game. He pitched phenomenal out of the bullpen for the Mariners. The next pitch is inside, 2-1. As Magley came in and really delivered what the Mariners were hoping he could do for the game. I mean, you come in and you give your team 6 or about 7 1/3 innings pitched. It was just a nice job from Tyler Magley. He had 4 hits allowed with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. So it's 3-1 now. The count on Justin Mercer, getting his first at bat of the day. Blake Buckman awaits on deck for the Mariners. Next pitch, that one's up high. He walked him. So Mercer down at first base. Blake Buckman now coming to the plate.
It must be something with Point Street because I'm on the internet right now and I'm loading
Nobody out.
stuff. So
Runner at
it's
first
something
base.
with Point Street.
Brings up the Mariner
Because
second
I'm
baseman.
like on the internet right now and like I
He's
can,
from
do whatever.
Shreveport, Louisiana, and the University of Louisiana at Monroe. Blake.
So Blake Buckman at the plate. Justin Mercer at first base, no one gone. Bottom half of the second inning, Mariners on top, 1-0. Buckman yesterday, 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Throw over to first, nothing happening. Time is called. It's also nursing home night here at Montgomery Field, so a lot of nursing homes from the local area coming to support the Mariners here tonight. That pitch is fouled off. 0-1 the count. Pitch was a little upstairs. Buckman went off and tried to chase it, but he did get a piece of it. Went off the end of the bat. It's an 0-1 count.
Ryan Crockett is holding on the runner over at first. I don't know. I'll take a look at it. Stares down, taking the signs from Special Deanna.
Mraz comes set. The pitch. That one's grounded to third. High chopper. Throw's only going to be to first base. Going to be in time. So Buckman down on a 5-3 putout. Mercer down to second with 1 away. We're back to the top of the order. Stephen Fitzsimmons, he got a single.
In the springtime for the Crusaders.
Last
Valparaiso University.
time up.
Valparaiso, Indiana. Stephen.
1 gone. 1 gone here. Bottom half of the second. Fitzsimmons at the plate. Mercer at second. He reached on a walk. Moved over on the put out the third. The pitch. That one swung on. That one's a little shallow into center field. That one's going to get down. Rounding third, heading home is Justin Mercer, and he's going to score easily. Mariners take a 2-0 lead. A bit RBI base hit for Stephen Fitzsimmons. Brings the plate. Patrick Reif.
Run home, 2-0 Mariners. Runner at first base. Brings up the left fielder for Grand Lake. He plays in the spring for the Spartans at the University of South Carolina upstate. Pat Reif.
Yeah, it was just disconnected again.
Well, Patrick Reif, he singled and came around to score his first time up.
Yeah, should be.
Mraz comes set as Reif takes off. Throw down to second base. Is not going to be in time. Throw a little bit offline. Reif in there with the stolen base. It was a ball, so the count moves to 1-0. Or excuse me, if it's Fitzsimmons with a stolen base, Reif is at the plate. I have my people mixed up. So stolen base for Stephen Fitzsimmons. Patrick Reif's count moves to 1-0. Mraz on the mound. The pitch. That one swung on. That one's lined in the left center field for a base hit. Fitzsimmons, he's going to be held at third. Throw in, cut off. Patrick Reif on with another single. Fitzsimmons moves up to third. Nate Osmo moves to the plate.
Brings up the number 3 hitter and the shortstop. In the spring, he plays for the Big Green of Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. Number 18, Nate Osmo.
6 hits already for the Mariners. We're only here in the top half of the second inning. Nate Osmo to the plate. One run already here in the bottom half of the second. 2-0 Mariners. Mraz, the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. Like to send out a happy birthday to one of the Mariners, R.J. Williams. Celebrating his 20th birthday here today at the ballpark. So happy birthday, R.J. Here's the pitch. Reif takes off. That pitch is in the dirt. Deanna's just going to hold on to it. So a stand-up stolen base for Patrick Reif. Now there's 2 runners in scoring position for Nate Osmo with only 1 gone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 gone. Bottom half of the second inning. Infield coming in. Here's the pitch. That one's down low. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on, grounded foul. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Nate Osmo at the plate. He singled. Got all the way down to third base his last time up. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. That's grounded straight. And that one is going to be picked up by the second baseman, Jake Murray, for the force out at first. So 2 gone now.
2 on. Gotta bring up the cleanup hitter in right fielder. Plays in the spring for the Thundering Herd. of
Tucker Linder now to the plate.
Number 10, Tucker Linder.
Here's the pitch. That one's inside, 1-0. So Tucker Linder at the plate, struck out looking his first time up. Put up a good at bat actually, so that pitch is at the knees for a strike, 1-1. So second and third, 2 gone. Mariners with 1 run home in the bottom half of the second inning. They're on top 2-0 against the Hamilton Joes. Mraz winds, delivers the pitch. That one's swung on, hit up the middle, throw on to first in time. A 6-3 putout ends the inning for the Mariners. They do get a run here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 men left on. We head to the bottom half of the, or top half of the 3rd inning. It's Mariners 2, Joes nothing. Back here, top half of the third inning. Ball to Evan Bell, who steps to the plate.
Saddlebox is making quick work of the Joe lineup. Keeping with pace here. Third pitched up. This one's outside for a ball. Bell digs in at the plate.
There's the next pitch. That one's low. So he walked him.
Bell takes first base.
Leadoff walk. Brings up the number 9 hitter on shortstop for the Joes. He's from Hamilton, Ohio, and plays in the spring for Miami University at Hamilton. Number 19, Ryan Zeal.
Seals laid down a beautiful bunt. Single.
So runner on first with no one gone. Sandoval on the mound for the Mariners. Runner on first. 4-pitch walk for Evan Bell. Here's the pitch. That one's up high. Quick throw down to first, but not going to be in time.
Bell's in safely, not in time.
Counts 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No one gone here. Top half of the third inning. Mariners on top 2-0. That pitch hit softly off of Sendelbach. Throw on the first base. Not going to be in time.
Beats the throw at first. Little dribbler here. We have two runners on, first and second here.
Might be. Is it good though?
How about fourth?
Coach O'Neill going to go check on Sendelbach. Will that base hit for Ryan Zeals. First hit of the game for the Joes.
Nobody out, 2 men on. We go back to the top of the batting order for the Joes.
So 2 runners on,
Center fielder from
no one gone.
State University. Number 9, Trey
We're in the top half of the third inning. As Trey Turner now steps to the plate. Sendelbach looking on. He seems to be all right. Comes set. Looks at second. Now the pitch. Showing bunt. Pulls it back. Ball. Quick throw down to second. It was very close. Would have been a good play. They had it if the ball was, or if Osmo was closer to second base, but he overran second and back in safely. One ball, no strikes. Sendelbach now delivers. Shows bunt. He offers. It looks like it might have been foul. Still counts as a strike, though. 1-1. First and second, no one gone for the Joes. Bell reached on a walk. Zeal's got a base hit off of Garrett Sendelbach. Sendelbach now comes, showing bunt, pulls it back, 2-0. 2-1 count on Trey Turner, the center fielder for the Joes. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Sendelbach. Bettinger coming in, and now it's going to be a turn back to second, nothing going. Bettinger playing really far in, really expecting that bunt here from Genesis Hilliard. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out.
Sandelbach, the pitch. Swung on, that one's off the end of the bat. 2-2.
Runners on first and second here, Joe's.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men on.
Second baseman makes me.
Sandelbach. In close tension over there at second base. That one's popped up.
Popped up in the infield.
Still on the infield. Isles calls for it. He makes the catch. Infield fly rule in effect. No matter if he would have dropped it or not, still would have been an out.
We have 1 out, 2 on. That'll bring up the left fielder for Hamilton. In the spring, he plays for the Panthers, Ohio Dominican.
Genesis Hilliard now to the plate.
Hillard batting.
It was actually Trey Turner who was at bat. I guess I messed that up a little bit, but we make mistakes, don't we all? We're all not perfect. We're all trying to make
Little move to second there.
mistakes. We're all here to try and improve our game.
Turns down to pick off Bell.
Fake out, throw to Bell.
Close play there.
Close play, but not going to get him.
Field's playing in.
It's good now.
Ryan Steele's on third base.
Ryan Tolliver is on his way to the hospital. The guy who left the game earlier.
Here's the top of third inning. Counts 2-2. Just got word that Ryan Tolliver
Oh, here's the pitch. Runner off, going towards third. Sounded like a broken bat. Osmo comes up with a throw on to first in time. So everybody advances as they were off and running on the pitch.
position here for number 5, Jake Murray.
2 gone now.
Second.
2 outs, runners at second and third.
Move the catcher to take
We're
over.
going to bring up the second baseman now for the Joes from Cincinnati, Ohio, and the University of Cincinnati, Claremont. Number 5, Jake Murray.
Oliver's
Good now.
So Jake Murray now to the plate. He came in for Ryan Tolliver, who I just got word he's going to be heading to the hospital. We really can't give an update on how or what he injured, because it looked like he injured his right leg, but we don't know exactly how. As that pitch is swung on and missed, he got him chasing a off-speed pitch, 0-1.
way out in front of that.
We fooled him on that curveball, looks like, sender box. So Joe's threatening here, looking to maybe tie it with a base hit. Murray's at the plate. Sandelbach comes set. The pitch. That one's low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone. Top half of the third. Mariners on top 2-0. Mariners have had plenty of opportunities here this evening.
Joe's are trailing.
Here's the first opportunity for the Joes.
Quite a few base runners.
Sandelbach looks on.
Spencer Morales.
Long pause. Now he pitches. That is up high. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here on Jake Murray. He's playing second base now.
Bell on the base path has been cornering the side for the second box. He's thrown it over to him quite a few times this year. Murray stepping into
Sandelbach shakes off Mercer.
Sandelbach taking the sign to his catcher. 2 outs here.
Time is called as Sandelbach was just taking a long time, and him and Mercer maybe not just on the same page. Sometimes, though, there are plays called where you just want to keep shaking off the catcher to fool the batter thinking, hey, I don't want to throw that pitch or that pitch, but it's just a time thing. It throws off the batter. Here's the pitch. That pitch half swung on. Did he go?
On by Murray. I'm a little unsure about that one.
They're saying he did went, so count moves to 2-2. I'm getting ridiculed up here in the press box. Apparently my grammar's not too good. He did go. Sorry, my apologies. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one swung on. Fly ball center field. Fitzsimmons roams to his left. Gets under it. Makes the third and final out of the inning. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. 2-0 Mariners here at the Mount.
Third, don't score.
We'll be right back.
Stranded. On the third, for Grand
Back here,
Lake.
bottom of the third inning. Mariners on top 2-0. Malave Bettinger to the plate.
One, Malave Bettinger.
Reached on a fielder's choices last time up. 0 for 1 tonight. Spencer Mraz still on the mound for the Joes. That pitch swung on, hit towards the hole of second. Kniving play, nice job right there from Jake Murray, and he gets Bettinger. He robs him of a base hit.
One pitch, one out. Brings up the Mariner third baseman. In the spring, he plays for the Redbirds of Illinois.
Joe Isles steps to the plate, the new addition here to the Mariners.
Number 9, Joe.
He had an RBI single, really legged one out. That pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. That next pitch is on the outside corner of the plate for a strike. 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Joe Isles at the plate. Plays at Illinois State University. A pitch. That one swung on, grounded to short. Coming on, making the play. Throw on to first. Not going to be in time. Isles beats out another throw. So Isles with some wheels to first base. It's another hit.
One man on. That'll send up the DH for Grand Lake. He plays in the spring for the Racers of Murray State, Murray, Kentucky. Number 12, Cole Womack.
For Joe Isles. Joe Isles 2 for 2 tonight in his debut for the Mariners. Cole Womack to the plate. Hiller's choice his last time out. Isles takes off, swinging and a miss. Throw down to second base, not going to be in time. That gets away from the shortstop. It goes to center field, but not too far. It's an 0-1 count here on Womack, though. No balls, 1 strike, 1 gone here in the bottom half of the third. Mraz, the pitch, upstairs, 1-1. Mariners have had plenty of opportunities here tonight. They loaded the bases back in the first with no one gone. 2 fielders' choices led the bases loaded with just 2 gone, no runs in then. And then Joe Isles legged out a single that got a run home. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up. Foul territory, coming over, looking to make the catch, and does. Is Ryan Crockett. He makes the catch for second out of the inning.
The Mariner catcher steps in the batter.
So 2 gone now as Justin Mercer steps to the plate.
Of Concordia University, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Number 1, Justin Mercer.
Justin Mercer to the plate. He walked, came around to score last inning. As Spencer Mraz comes set. Isles on second. The pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. So it is nursing home night here at Montgomery Field. The Mariners spent a good part of the morning actually visiting various local nursing homes, as there is a couple 101, 102, 103-year-olds giving advice to the Mariners as a bunt by Mercer. Bunts it right back to Mraz. Mraz picks it up, throws to first for the third and final out. We'll head to the top half of the fourth inning. Mariners, no runs on one hit, no one left on. We'll head to the top half of the fourth. Mariners on top, 2-0. CJ Bush now to the plate. Mariners on top 2-0 as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. It's 2-0 Mariners. Sandoval on the mound. The pitch, and therefore a strike. 0-1. So CJ Bush to the plate. 1-1 the count now on CJ Bush. That ball is inside. That one swung on and missed. 1-2. Centerback steps off. So it's 1-2 count on CJ Bush. 0 for 1 tonight. He's the designated hitter for the team tonight. Oh, that one's fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Beautiful night for some baseball. Temperatures in the mid-70s. A lot cooler than yesterday. The next pitch popped up. Foul territory, out of play. Count remains 1-2. So like I was saying, we went to, many of the Mariners went to nursing homes today, got some good advice from some elderly, and one of them said the key to living a long life is to living a clean one. Don't talk bad about anybody. Don't drink. Don't smoke. And maybe one day you can live to be 103 like she was. Isn't that the life, living to 103 years old? Jeez. That pitch is upstairs. 2-2. I can't even imagine living that long. I mean, 103 years? You might have seen some things in her day. The next pitch is low, full count. Full count now on C.J. Bush. Thunderbuck on the mound.
Oh, really?
The line, the pitch.
Wind up.
Swung on, grounded to short.
Shortstop.
Osmo comes up with the throw on to first in time for the force out, and he got scared right there. He was scared that was going to bounce off of Isles. Isles went diving to his left. Didn't really know where Osmo was, so he's trying to make the play. Osmo does come up with it for the first out of the inning.
Wood, Alabama.
So one gone.
Ryan Crockett.
Between the third baseman and shortstop. Third baseman Joe Isles made a diving play.
He's been over there. Really?
Mercer coming. He went out to talk to Stendelbach. Maybe there's miscommunication on what is being called, but he seems to have it figured out.
Okay.
Here's the line, the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Crockett at the plate, playing first base for the Mariners.
The CDs. Yeah. I do. It's on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, it's a 1-2 count. So I'm trying to figure out my scorebook here. Next pitch is low, 2-2. Pitching really fast right here. Zendelbach not giving me time to catch up. So now here's Zendelbach. Lines delivers to 2-2. That one swung on. That one's hit right to Bettinger for a line out. So two gone now. And in the top half of the fourth inning, Mason Deanna steps to the plate. Started out at second base, ended up at catcher just as the game was beginning.
Deanna.
We send our prayers to Ryan Tolliver as his right leg seemed to be something wrong with it. He was on his way to the hospital to get maybe an MRI or X-ray on it to see what is wrong with it. We send our best wishes. That ball is way out in front of the plate, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, two gone. Here, top four. Mariners on top, 2-0. Zendelbach winds, delivers, high and away, 2-0. Zendelbach shakes him off again. Now decides that he likes that pitch. Let's throw that one. That one's in the dirt, though. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes on the catcher, Deanna. He's 0-for-0 tonight. That next pitch is over for a strike. 3-1. He reached on a walk his last time up. He was ahead 3-0. That count, two, if I do believe. And then Zendelbach came in back to 3-2 pitch. And now here's the 3-1 pitch. Chopped to third. Isles comes up with it. Throw, and he got him. Joe Isles with the strong arm retires the side. They go in order here in the top half of the fourth inning. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. Mariners on top, 2-0. Welcome back to Grand Lake Mariner Baseball. I'm Ryan Schroeder, proud to be bringing you coverage of Grand Lake Mariner Baseball all season long. I really didn't get to do my normal opening. I was trying to figure out the internet situation. We're working off a MiFi card here, but we seem to have figured it out, and we're on our way now. And We knock on wood that nothing else happens. Friends giving me a good knock up here, making sure that all that bad luck stays away from us. Mariners on top 2-0. We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning.
Leading on the bottom of the fourth for Grand Lake.
And leading things off, it's going to be the second baseman, Blake Buckman. He grounded out the third, his first time up.
Monroe, Blake Buckman.
Unfortunately, no, I can't because I had to turn my Mariner room into an office because they moved.
Blake Buckman from Shreveport, Louisiana, played at Evangelical Christian Academy for high school. He's 6 foot 190. That pitch swung on, popped high, left field. Hillard getting under it, coming in a lot, and making the catch for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out for Spencer Mraz as a fly out to center. We head back to the top of the order. Stephen Fitzsimmons, he's 2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles for the Mariner. Did have a RBI single his last time up. Here's the line, the pitch from Mraz. That pitch is in the dirt, 1-0.
Really? Does Harris stay with you guys? No, I just know all the players from, well, 27 years.
There's the next pitch. That one, ooh, wow, that one didn't miss by much. Can't really tell from this angle if that was inside or low, but I'm going to take a guess that it was low. 2-0. The next pitch, that one's definitely low. 3-0. So Mraz on the mound. He comes from Miami University, the Red Hawks, out of the Mid-American Conference. Next pitch, in there for a strike, 3-1. Fitzsimmons really probably wasn't looking to swing there. Next pitch is over for a strike. Full count now on Fitzsimmons. So Mraz falls behind 3-0, comes back, and now Fitzsimmons and him are in a deadlock at 3-2. Simmons from Golden Valley, Minnesota. Next pitch, outside, he walked him. So Fitzsimmons reaches base for the third time here tonight. Brings the plate Patrick Reif. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Also has a stolen base and a run.
Out, one on. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter and left fielder, Pat.
Playing left field for the Mariners. They both get their signs from the coach now. Fitzsimmons with a good set of wheels at first. Reif also with a good set of wheels at the plate. Wouldn't be surprised if we had a bunt and maybe Reif would get on first, but throw over. Fitzsimmons back in, diving safely.
And I laughed at, you had your little number 1, the catcher.
Oh, Justin Mercer
And,
from Concordia.
yeah, I asked if he was really fast because Ricky had the number 1.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Really
Time is called. We resume.
6 months ago.
There's the pitch. Fitzsimmons off and running. Throw down second. Fitzsimmons is gunned. Mason Deanna throws out Fitzsimmons. And now there's 2 gone.
Knock on the door and I'm like, who is this? And I thought, 3 dogs going crazy. Look like one of Tyler's friends because they're saying, all these guys. Opened up the door, snuck outside. I looked at this guy, it was Chris Netwell.
Apparently that pitch was called a strike, so it's 0-2 now on Patrick Reif.
He just showed up at the door and stayed all weekend. He said, hey, I'm here. And I'm like, sweet.
2 gone. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Coming up with it and making the throw on to first is in time. So Mariners get 1 hit, but leave no one on. We head to the top half of the 5th inning. Mariners is still on top, 2-0.
Name that tune.
Back here at Montgomery Field, Mariners on top 2-0. Luke Torino now gonna step to the plate.
Moving to inning 5, the third baseman bats for Hamilton from the University of Cincinnati, Luke Torino.
He comes from the University of Cincinnati.
Yeah, he was Wisconsin.
That's interesting.
That pitch just off the plate. 1-0. Next pitch in there for a strike. 1-1.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. California, Michigan, Texas.
Next pitch is grounded foul. 1-2. Counts 1-2 on Luke Torino. Garrett Sandelbach still on the mound doing a fantastic job. Let's go with that word. On the mound for the Mariners. That one's fouled off. Count remains 1-2.
I know, 27 I can't really keep track of it.
Top of the 5th inning. Mariners on top 2-0. That pitch is low and away. 2-2.
Yeah, all of them are.
Everyone.
2-2 the count here on Luke Torino. He's the first batter of the inning in the top of the 5th. Down the back lines, delivers. Curveball, woo! Wow, that one didn't miss by much. Full count.
Yes, I have kids,
Oh, really?
I think. And they all got fat, so they all have.
Sandelbach looks on, now he winds and hurls. That one's grounded. Right back to Sandelbach, quick glove. He flips on to first for the out. Way to field your position right there if you're Garrett Sandelbach. That one was rocketed. You could have let that one go, and Osmo would have probably had an easy play as well, but Sandelbach comes up with it, makes the play
From the University
for the first out of the inning
number 20, Evan Bell.
as Evan Bell steps to the plate.
It's a lot of food. That's a lot.
There's the first pitch to Bell. That one's over first strike, 0-1. Only one hit allowed by Sandelbach so far. He's working fast. The next pitch is low, 1-1. So he's really like changed the tempo here for the Mariners and against the Joes. He's worked fast and then he slowed it down and then he sped things back up and now he's speeding things up once again. So it's now 2-1. He falls behind Evan Bell.
He was from Canada.
There's the line, the pitch. That one swung on. Sandelbach reached out with his bare hand, but he wisely pulled it back and is passed into center field for a base hit as Evan Bell reaches first base.
One out, one on. Shortstop makes his way to the batter's box now. From Miami University in Hamilton.
So Ryan Zeals now to the plate.
He was here 3 years.
Here's the pitch. That one's way outside. Quick throw down to first base. And safely is Bell. 1-0 the count. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Grand Lake Mariner Baseball here on YouTube. Mariners on top 2-0. Sandelbach throws over. It looks like it's going to be a balk. I thought he stepped towards home with his front foot. Ump saw it too. So that's a balk on Garrett Sandelbach, and Bell's going to be down at second base now. So that rules out the double play for the Mariners. Zeal's still at the plate. 1-0 count on him.
There's Jason.
Ryan, how do I call that a ball?
Yeah, that's his family.
That's cool, look at that photo.
That was my first boy I had, was right there. That's his family.
Nope, click on the second bill.
Isn't that,
There you go.
isn't that neat?
And then, no.
Jeff is.
Next pitch is fouled off to the right-hand side.
Okay.
1-1.
So then BK, capital BK.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Is that?
Now, his little boy Jack is actually catching for.
On second, one gone. Top half of the fifth inning, Mariners on top 2-0. Ryan Zeals at the plate. Joe's looking to maybe try to cut into the lead here. Runner in scoring position. Sandobach comes set. Turns to the second. Nothing happening.
I was telling Holly about the cows. That was insane.
Are the Jesus still involved?
They provide the cows.
Logo's
They used to bring them. It was so fun.
And he said milking contest.
And the opposing
Sandobach comes set. Looks at second.
Usually Lima, wouldn't it?
Turns now, throws the second, and wasn't really too far off second base. They still throw it anyways. Nothing too close.
Still has so many books and pictures that are just, these guys would just roll over at what we did.
It was insane. It was insane. It was fun.
Sandobach now slowing the game down.
Oh, yeah.
He comes set. Looks back at second a couple times. Now delivers home. That one swung on and missed. 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one gone. Top half of the fifth.
I'm like, hell no. Then it cop showed up, and I'm like, yeah, whoever.
As Stahl was
Almost the whole team.
warming up earlier.
I'm like, no.
There's the 1-2 pitch. He got him. He got him swinging right there. Ryan Zales down on strikes. And that's going to bring him back to the top of the order we go. Trey Turner. So a strikeout for
Brings up the leadoff hitter in center
Garrett
field.
Sandobach.
Number 9, Trey Turner.
I was not happy about that.
All-time stolen base leader Ricky Henderson runs 6.4. Unbelievable. See if you can get on base and take advantage of that speed.
So Trey Turner now at the plate. 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch to him is a ball. 1-0.
She had mediums and larges and stuff. I know we're not so out there.
A runner on second, 2 gone. 2-0 Mariners on top.
Well, I thought some of
Trey Turner at the plate. Looking to get the Joes on the board. That pitch, as he steps off, he can looks at second, nothing happening. But like I said, Sandobach, when he's from the lineup, going to try to speed things up. From the stretch, he's trying to slow things down, keep the runners off their time, and that pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. You got the outside part of the plate with Sandobach. Really nothing you can do with that pitch. You're just going to either foul that one off or swing and miss, I think. As ball from the bullpen gets away from the Mariner catcher out in the bullpen. We'll see who's warming up out there in left field.
You know, they're going to redo the turf.
Oh, are they?
In the fall.
Tell you what, that
Brand new.
shit gets hotter than you know what, middle of summer.
As the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Back to curveball from Sandobach. So it's a 1-2 count.
All do it from the first year.
We're in the second year.
Do you house them from the second
It's
year?
in the second year, because we went to the first game, and Tyler was 4.
2-0 lead here. Only allowed 2 hits.
And somehow Wayne talked us into
There's the next pitch. That one's popped up. And the outfield, shallow left center field. The Rife coming on. He's going to make the catch for the third and final out. We'll head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Mariners still on top 2-0. But
Picked up a hit.
Joes do pick up a hit.
Runner. We go to the
We'll be right back.
number 5.
We're here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Mariners on top 2-0, looking to take the two-game series from the Hamilton Joes here tonight. It's a Central versus Southern matchup, so we won't be seeing much of the Joes here this season. There are 3 divisions now in the Great Lakes League, opposed to the 2 that were there last year. Of course, the Joes and the Mariners weren't in the same division then either. Whereas Wines delivers, that pitch is fouled off towards the dugout of the Mariners. 0-1 count on Nate Osmo. Osmo 1 for 2 tonight.
I'll tell your hubby I said hi.
I will, actually, I was just looking, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna have to go home and cook supper for the crew.
Next pitch. Just missed. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Nate Osmo. Shortstop. He's also from Portland, Oregon, so really hasn't been home much. He checks down to first to see if Osmo had held up. He does. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Nate Osmo. So Osmo really, he hasn't been spending, or hasn't spent time with his family in a long time. So the next pitch is a called strike, 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch. And he got him looking. Osmo knew it. As that one was right down the middle. So 1 gone now.
1 up, 1 retired. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 10, Tucker Linder.
Tucker Linder now to the plate. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Linder 0 for 2 tonight for the Mariners. The line the pitch. That one swung on, fouled. Back out of play behind the press box. 0-2. Raz Wines delivers. That one's fouled straight back. Oh, Linder going to battle here. Mariners doing a nice job so far early in the season. Really battling when they get down 0-2. I mean, this team fouls off very tough pitches. Next pitch swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the 5th inning for the Mariners. Malave Benninger now to the plate.
2 outs, nobody on. First baseman steps in, number 21.
Benninger got robbed of a base hit last time up as Jake Murray dove to his left-hand side and took a hit away from Malave Benninger. Oh, Benninger 0 for 2 tonight. Line the pitch. That one's low, 1-0. Well, Benninger, 6'2", 235. 2016 graduate of Coldwater High School. The next pitch. That one's low. 2-0. So 2-0 count on Benninger. His favorite hobby? Fishing. And plenty of places do that around here, as this one is high. Fly ball to left field down the line. Hilliard making a long run, and he's going to make it near the foul line for the 3rd and final out. 3 up, 3 down for the Mariners. We head to the top half of the 6th inning. Mariners still on top, 2-0. Back here at Montgomery Field, Mariners on top 2-0. Sam Rice has come on to pitch for the Mariners. 6 foot 195 sophomore from Columbus, Ohio. Went to Bishop Watterson. He's out of the University of Ashland. So this year for the Eagles, you've had 15 appearances, went 3-7 with 2 saves, 2 complete games, 55 innings pitched, gave up 38 earned runs, 15 walks, 46 strikeouts for the right-hander. Let's give you some updated MLB scores from around the league.
For the Mariners, from Columbus,
Indians,
Ohio,
Dodgers tied at 0, top of the second. Red Sox on top of the Phillies, 6-3, top 4 there. Rockies on top of the Pirates, 3-0. That one's heading to the bottom of the 5th. Rays and Blue Jays, Rays on top, 3-1. That one's heading to the top of the 5th. Diamondbacks, Tigers, Diamondbacks on top, 2-1. Cubs, Mets, Cubs on top, 4-3, top of the 5th there. Orioles, White Sox, that one's in a rain delay. Rice calls out Mercer, maybe get their signs correctly situated. Mariners are on top of the Twins, 2-0, top of the second inning there. Astros out front of the Rangers, 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Brewers defeating the Cardinals, 2-0, bottom of the first there. Couple finals already across the major leagues. Marlins defeated the Athletics 11-6. Reds fall to the Padres 4-2. Royals defeat the Giants 7-2. Braves defeat the Nationals 13-2. That pitch is inside, 1-0. Genesis Hilliard at the plate, 0-2 tonight. Next pitch is fouled back, 1-1. There's one more game going to be played tonight. That's the Yankees versus the Angels. Out in Anaheim. 10 p.m. start on ESPN. Next pitch is swung on, popped out of play. 1-2.
Barb asked another person to come up here and tell me about the freak out. She said to call her. Yeah, she already talked to my dad and had him come up there as if another person asked him. It's not, I'm doing this, but it won't register as live, so they're just going to have to do it. Because they don't do point streak and everything.
Next pitch fouled away. Count remains 1-2.
I'm not calling her. I'm not calling her.
I'm just telling you, I told you to.
Alright, that's fine.
I don't care.
Oh, no. Yeah, what do
Can
we
I see the
got?
paper one more time, please?
You can relay the information to her. I'm not calling her.
2-0 Mariners were in the top half of the 6th inning. Good outing from Garrett Sendelbach. And there's a hit by pitch from Genesis Hilliard. Tried to get out of the way, but that one looked like it nicked his jersey.
What?
Does it save automatically?
I have no idea.
I'll save as.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Brings up second baseman, number 5, Jake Murray.
Whatever you want. It should save automatically.
I know, but let's say, what's the date today? Because these are all
14, right?
And at the plate now,
Alright.
it's Jake Murray.
Alright.
Wasn't slated to play today, or at least start. He shows bunt. Isles comes with it. Running throw to first in time. And it's an out. So runner does get over to the third. It's going to be a sacrifice 5-3 for Jake Murray. C.J. Bush now to the plate.
And then open.
One man retired, runner at
So runner on second
brings up the designated hitter.
with one gone.
Number 21, C.J. Bush.
C.J. Bush to the plate. 0-2 tonight for the Joes.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Open.
Unbelievable.
Do it again. Okay.
Bush looks back at second base. Hilliard.
That pitch is fouled off.
Alright.
0-1.
I'll check it out.
Bush takes a big cut at that.
Next pitch popped up. Foul territory. Benninger giving chase to it. Tough angle for me to see. Benninger makes the catch. So it's a pop out for C.J. Bush. So 2 gone now. And Ryan Crockett to the plate. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1.
We were live yesterday, right?
Gotta get out of the inning.
2 gone here for Sam Rice and the Mariners. Sam Rice has come on relief for Garrett Sendelbach. Runner on second, 2 gone.
I would have said $2 delivery fee.
It's an 0-1 count here on Crockett. Rice looking on. Sun setting, lights are on. We're here at Montgomery Field. The pitch. Popped him up. Out of play. 0-2.
It's working out. Dude, you're just a genius. What? You're just a genius.
Oh, it's an 0-2 count here on Ryan Crockett. Rice looks at second. Now the pitch. That one's grounded. The second baseman Buckman comes up with it. Throw on to first in time. Inning over. So a leadoff hit by pitch. No damage done. They strand 1. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Mariners on top 2-0.